All right, so I'm just running through all my accounts today, and I got to Oddot, and I can't believe that a 13, like, there was quite a few of these holes. Like looking back, like hole number one, it seemed like there was at least the other par four, one or two of the par. I think there's two of the par fives that are like super good. There's a lot of opportunities to pick up shots here, and I'm really kind of surprised. However, in rookie, we're gonna be seeing 15s and 16s, but in pro, it is just a little. But one over minimum score being at the top, that just amazes me that there isn't some 14s here. But it did take minimum score just to get in. There you have it. There you have it. Hold on. Let me switch to a different account. All right, I'm in my 22 account, and rookie tier 3, and we do have a 14 at the top, and I'm thinking 15, 30s, anything 30 plus in the weekend round is like, it doesn't guarantee you a win, but I think that's what we need to be. And there are some 11s that made it here. And I can't believe there wasn't a 14 in odd, even though it is pro versus rookie. Yup, there we have it. I want to make sure I got to go through. I do have some other accounts, and I do monitor them day to day just to open up chests and club card trading and just to do the stuff. All right, hold on. I'll be right back. All right, so evidently I have not qualified my 77 account, so I guess I better do that. I suppose I should probably turn off a few things. Go look at the holes. Not that I may just go through and play it and just go out and play. Here we go. I thought I qualified this account, but evidently I just went out there and practiced. Evidently. All right, so I guess we can get one. I was like you don't even have to bring out a really big ball here. If you've got upper developed stuff, I'm not even sure I have to bring out a katana to get over there if I get my trajectory right. You can lay it up and do the dunk, but it is so easy to just get up in front. I'll use a quasar. We'll try it. We'll give it the old college try and see what the deal is here. If I can get an opponent. If. Probably should go back before we get out there. I suppose I could be totally prepared before I start shooting the video, but where would the fun in that be? Why would I not want to involve you in the prep? You get all of the behind the scenes stuff. Now we're upside down. See, the world has gone upside down. All right, what we need here is to make sure I got at least my bag set up right. I've been messing them around. Where's hammer? I want to make sure I do have a bag with a thorn, because there is a thorn shot out here. And that's the bag I want to take. Alright, that That bag works. That bag. Let's clear out some chests, clear out some slots, get some stuff rolling. I think I already did my club card trading. I did not. What do we have here? I'll be drawing off that razor for a while. I posted a video here the other day. I cashed in my razor because I'm at the point I have enough now where I can do what I want to do. So what I'm doing here... I think even if that hammerhead, the one club that if it ever got maxed out that is like totally usable is that Falcon. But what I'm trying to do right now, because I'm not really working on the Falcon or the hammerhead, what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to get my Tour 1, 2, and 3 epics maxed out so that I've got a better chance every day of getting the 5 epics that I'm looking for. And I've got all of my tier 3 epics are level 7 on their way to 8. So if I get a Cataclysm, I'm taking it. If I get a Horizon, I'm taking it. Grim Reaper. I'm kind of torn on Long Irons because I really kind of wouldn't mind working on the B-52 or the Tsunami, but they're way back. But I have started thinking about them. I'm not going to do anything on the Kingfisher. The Falcon's another really good club if you put the effort into it, and I have started putting effort into the Falcon. Inbringer I'm not going to do. I'm perfectly happy with the Rapier. And I'm only doing I am doing the off-road around the Junglist here, just trying to get them. And I'm not worried about any of the sand wedges except for the Spitfire. But I am trying to get that Castaway maxed out, and it's not too far away. Not too far away. Hole number 1. Let's roll. Let's roll. 1.1 times. I have no idea what the adjustment should be to the cap. There's got to be something. Somebody in the comments, thanks for leaving comments, asked me, do I ever say the elevation? I say the elevations when I'm doing these holes on most of them that I'm taking, but the deal is that any elevation that I'm using might not be the same elevation that you're using. If you're hitting to the same area, or if you're using the same clubs, or if you're using, where you're at in your club, what ball you're using. I'm going to add on 10%. So you can, and I'm trying. It doesn't always work, but I'm trying not to say elevation because elevation is a bullshit. Because how many times, okay, the way it's supposed to work is if it's downhill, that means it's down elevation, right? Your elevation is lower, that you're going to add on wind. And if it was uphill, you'd take wind off. Fuck, that doesn't work out. Shit, we're always adding on wind on the downhill. And sometimes you can be downhill and it looks like it's an inch downhill and you're adding on 30%. And the next time you're 20 feet downhill and you're adding on 5. Those elevation things are all bullshit numbers that Playdemic put in there to give us more variables because people had figured it out. Let's see if I can get on. I think my trajectory needs to be right there. 3. It's 1.5 per ring. I'll put the forward power back on it, which isn't a lot. That was 2 rings great on the inside, and that's like 2,000 rings right here. Whoa down, Cat Daddy. Whoa. Just a little too much topspin. Just a little. Just a bit outside. Now this would have been a great place to bring a precision ball, because this is definitely a hole where if you do end up in trouble, that precision ball could help you hit the perfect. It would be good. I was just wondering if I had a rough bump opportunity there. I mean, shit, you hit that perfect, it's going in the hole. And that was definitely not perfect. That was 2 rings great to the left, or to the right. Shit, it was so far to the right, it came in on the left. People around the world are like, what the hell just happened? What was that? Did a ball just land in the fairway? Where'd that come from? I think that guy over there like 3 fairways away. I have had my fair share, and anybody who's played real golf has had, and any amount of real golf has had their fair share of hitting it onto another fairway. Overdriving the green and hitting the tee box behind it where the people are teeing off. Not saying. Just saying. All right, I'm taking a Guardian. I'm gonna make sure I got a Guardian bag, and I believe you can take this with just a 0 power ball. I'm gonna try it with the Martin because I don't think I need much sight. I don't think I need much side spin. Let's take a Quasar just in case, just for safety. We'll take a Quasar. All right, that is selected. Ready to roll. Now, let's go back here a second. I have no idea. You talk about elevation. I have no idea what kind of adjustment. Tommy says we should do for elevation is a 20% adjustment, and I can believe that coming down to no, that's not the one we're looking at. That's not the hole we're looking at. We're looking at the Gokasha Bay hole. So it's a different hole, but I can believe that there's probably, I don't think it'd be more than 20, but I'm going to start off with just a 10% adjustment, and we'll see. I'm going to do a 15. I'm going to go in between. I think it's somewhere between 10 and 20, so I'm going to just go 15. There you go. I'm going to do a 15% adjustment. And you could say that's elevation, but we're just doing the, I think elevation. I really do think elevation in the game is like there's elevation, but I don't think how the game plays as far as like adjustments that we make to shots. In my mind, and even like I've talked to Dale about this, and I've talked to Kevin, my buddy Kyle. Way back when the game first came out, obviously you still had to make adjustments, and there were still things that you had to do. But these little micro adjustments where, I should have did plus 0.1. It doesn't seem like, maybe those were, and we've just gotten better, and so now we're down to the nitty gritty. But I think the deal is that they've been able to add in adjustments to the game and work out the wind. They've made changes to the game that on the outside it doesn't appear like there's been any change at all. Like I swear, and please leave a comment on this if you agree or disagree, but like the wind, right here we have a 3.9 wind, and there's a lot of these holes when we're doing, like par 4s and par 5s where we're doing big drives, where in the past we've done like, You know, if it was a tailwind, it'd be like a 10-20% adjustment, headwind 10-20. But there are some of these holes that the wind, if it's tailwind, it's like 100%. But the wind's still low. It's still 3.9, but it is definitely not. Just especially if you do overpower, then you're really getting into it. Hey, get the fuck where I can see you. Okay, 4.1 divided by minimum gradient 1.5. Is that it? No, that's not it. Times. Oh, I got screwed up in my calculation and I didn't get a number, so I just made an adjustment. What did I do wrong here? 4 point. It didn't catch the decimal in the wind, the 4.1. All right. I got to remember I'm qualifying today, so we don't want to. And today's it, so we can't be dinking around. Yeah, that's going to be close. Hitting it perfect. Dead center. Hitting the flagpole in the hole. All right, birdie. Birdie. Casco Bay. We do have a shot on that one. We do. I haven't gone back and watched video yet so that I can make a note sheet. All right. We can do this with just, I think I'm going to take my Thor's hammer. And I really don't want to take those other clubs. I could take a big topper. Let's see if my big topper will hit. I can always take my, and I'm just going to take a, which way's the wind blowing? That means the wind's going to be blowing not quite pure side wind on the second shot. Let's take a Titan. The king of balls. There we go. There we go. I really like to take that big topper and see if it'll make it over. I took that big topper I got it to level 8 the other day, and then I took it out and played it for like an hour and went out to see how it would play out on the course. Picked up a little distance to 230. Still well short of APOC, and even the extra mile at the 237. I mean, that's my opponent has a power 3 ball. Now, I believe if you bring out the right stuff and you catch this corner just right over there where my opponent's at, that you might be able to work your way around those trees and you could get on. As long as they stay out of the trees, they're fine. Ooh, now that. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. The wind's going to push me forward 3-6. I'm going to move over just a little because the wind's moving at a little bit of an angle. And right along that rough line. Oh, fucking, I hit it great. I don't even want to know. Let's go get my test pattern on. Right here, I'm going to have the same problem that my opponent had. Only I'm going to be able to eke out from behind the trees. That'll work. That wasn't exactly the length I was looking for, but that will work. I am clear of the trees. Now my opponent might be clear, but what you can do is come off to the right there, and then you can just curl it back over to the green. And you were going to talk about elevation. From where I'm at to the cup, it is, are we uphill? Like technically we should be taking some wind off. Yeah, I suppose it might be just flat. I mean, it's hard to tell with it because there's a hump between us, but it looks like it might be slightly uphill. I'm going to just take the shot straight up, plus 0.1. I'm in Grizzly. There's Min. There's Max. There's Mid. I'm in Mid Grizzly. It's 2.9 divided by 1.1. 2.7 rings. Do one backspin. .7 rings. There's 2.7. Oh fuck. Oh. I hate these little side hill putts right here. That's not that far away, and it's like, it's no big deal. But when you do the putt right here, the putt's going to be going off to the side in order to get over to the hole. So the shot that you're taking is off to the side. You're looking straight forward with it off to the side. So yeah, like that. Only worse. Uh-oh. Wow. That's too bad, dude. That's too bad. That's the kind of shit right there that ruins your whole round. And we're early on. Hey, good luck in the rest of the tournament. Good luck, my man. Good luck. All right. Hole number... Okay, we didn't pick anything up in the first three, but we really didn't try that hard. All right, we definitely have a shot to pick one up here, and this wind is neutral. I think we can easily get out there with a 3 power ball. The deal is the other day, let's look at this hole. The other day I came out, and I think I brought out a 3 power ball. Is that the one? Why are we on the wrong holes here? Hey, let's go tournaments. Tournaments. The Asian Champion tournaments. I think Tommy still has hole number 9 wrong. Hole number 4. All right. Yeah, the other day I came through here and I was in this area and I clipped the rough and then bled out. And I hit it like 2 rings great to the right, and I had set it up so that I had as much room as possible. And I came in on I couldn't hit it any farther to the right and still pop out. You got to go longer on the right. If you're using this as your center point, trying to come out through the middle, trying to come through this lane. Anything to the left or the right, if you hit it 2 rings great over here or 1 ring great, you've got to hit it farther in those directions in order to clear the rough. And came out over here 2 rings, clipped the rough, and bled out. I really would like to get it right here. But I think my shot was set up so that if I would have hit it right, I had to do overpower, obviously, with a 3 power ball. But with a 5 power ball, you wouldn't have to do any overpower at all. You just take the shot. So let's be smart. let's play with a 5 power ball. And I think we can just play with a Zerk. Just a Zerk. Just a Berserker. Berserker. Talk about, and I might be able to play it with that bag right there. I really don't want it. I think I can play it with that. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see which way it rolls. I'll be in my... if I get to the right spot up there, I'm going to be in my Thorn or my Rapier range. We'll see how far I can get. We'll see where I can get up there. I would prefer not to take this with any overpower. I prefer just to take a shot. But if and I have to use some overpower, I will. I will. I will. I will. If I could get an opponent, do do do. I've got my calculator and I've got the notebook app rolling because I've got a couple clubs in here I don't use that often. If I can get to the right spot, this second shot is awesome. There's a little teeny bit of overpower. Let's see if they're going to do max overpower and try and get all the way, because if they do max and they're off even just a little, they're going to end up in the sand. That's such a tight little... Why are you giving me the frowny face? Did you already see where it went? Because it looked like it was going to go... I've been in that area right there, through that lane, and stopped behind that sand trap quite a few times. I don't think I've ever been in the bushes. But I could see how you could get out there, that's for sure. Okay, Thor's Hammer, 2.6. Let's see. Hey. 2.6, 1.7. 1.7 rings. Isn't it perfect? We'll see if I got my adjustment right and if I can bleed all the way up there, or if I end up in the sand. Oh, I clipped. It was on the track to go through there too, and just barely clipped. I needed just a little teeny bit more overpower. All right, Thorn. No, this is why I pulled up the app, because I have numbers for a Thorn, but I think I'm going to be somewhere really weird. Thorn. For my ankle, it's going to be due sidewind. With the power 3 ball, or excuse me, a power 5 ball. Power 5. All right, here we go. Here we go. I am in max Rapier. It's 1.1 times 3.3 divided by 1.2. 3 rings. Three rings. Oh, you bastard. Gotta hit that perfect. Distance was perfecto. All right. We got a killer shot on that one. If we have a headwind day, it'll be a little, I mean, we'll just have to use overpower, or we could bring out a topspin boost ball and pull back a little and then work out the wind. But we have options there if you didn't want to do overpower. But I think just the standard power 5 ball, any day that, and today was the, that minimum, just a little teeny bit of headwind. Anything worse, you just have to adjust for it. But I like the idea of half the time we're not going to have to do any overpower. We can just take the shot to get over there, instead of all of the time having to do overpower, and then half of the time the overpower is not going to work. All right, this hole right here is a fucking money hole. If I can get the damn shit right. I've played this hole for a long time, and like talking about elevations, I've done like a 10% adjustment on this. And I've taken 3 shots on it, and I did a 10% adjustment, and it seemed like I needed to do like a 20% adjustment. So watch, I'm going to do a 20% right now, and we'll see how far off it is. I'll need to switch bags. I think this is with a Grizzly. 2 rings off. Okay, there's max. There's min. There's mid. I'm a little ahead of mid, but I'm close to mid. I'm going to do a max number, which is 0.9 per ring. Hey. 0.9 per ring. It's 4.2 divided by 0.9. 5.6 rings. There's 5, 6. Hitting it perfect. And I overpulled that one with the 20, so good. All right. Now I put faith in the deal that maybe it's a little more than 10, but it's not 20. Maybe it's 10 plus 0.1 or something, but I was fucking way off. And it was like, what the hell? That's an easy hole. I've played this hole. This is a great hole-in-one hole. I mean, we should be getting hole-in-ones on this hole. This is some low-hanging fruit. Gotta hit it perfect, though. Gotta hit it perfect. Just a bit outside. Just a bit outside. Close. Close. Close, my friend. I gotta keep remembering that we're qualifying. I'm just sitting here just dinking around, and I catch myself. I'm like gonna do something stupid. Oh my gosh, I'm qualifying. I'm qualifying today. Don't forget. In the hole. I don't think I picked anything up yet. There's tons of opportunities shit. Other than, well, even hole number 2, there is an opportunity on hole number 2. I think that rough bump, if I can hit it perfect, get it set up in time. I'll go back and watch the videos, and I'll see where I set it up, and I'll write the spin down so that the first thing you do when you get to the hole is set up the spin, and you can go find the spot. Hole number 6. What is? On hole number 6, I almost got on. Oh, well, I can't say almost got on. I almost got on. Is it hole number 6? It is hole number 6. So I ended up, I think I was like right here. And I came through, I clipped the rough somewhere in here. I came through and it slowed me down, but I ended up in the fairway right here. My opponent was right over in this area. And it's hard to get down through here because even though you think like you could get your ball guide going on a straight line through there, because of this is hilled over here and this is banked over here, and the way it comes through there, it wants to play ping pong. It wants to do the pinball wizard and bounce from one side to the next, and it's kind of hard to get on the track, but it is possible to get on, especially if the wind was blowing right. I think it's possible to get on in one. Hold on. All right, I had to talk to a man about a horse. Okay, let's think. Okay, there's 2 holes in this course that having a 5-power topspin boost ball would be helpful, because on the other hole, we just need forward distance, so we don't, the side spin's not a big deal. We need a little, but it's not, what we can get is enough. On this one, we need topspin, and what we can get is probably enough as well. I mean, there's 2 holes here that I'm not sure on these other holes if we need to really bring out anything special. But these 2 holes, we definitely, I mean, if you could go from hitting a wood out here to being down in this area right here, hitting a wedge or a short iron somewhere on this track. I think my opponent was in, I think they might have been in short iron as well. I think like in here is like long iron range. I'm gonna go for this, but I'm not sure if I want to pop out. Let's look at my ball inventory. Okay, this is another one of those ones too that, while in this particular situation, the big topper in some situations would be better because it has more topspin. So hitting 230 versus 240 with 65 topspin versus 100 topspin. So 35 extra topspin and a loss of 10 yards, like which one's going to net you the most down the range? And the Thor's hammer is kind of in between with the 2. I think it's 232 and it has 85 topspin. The extra mile might be the one with the 237 and the 85. I'm gonna take my extra mile. I'm gonna take an extra mile. Take that bag. I'm gonna take my number 1 bag. Now let's find a ball. I do have 14 of those, and there's 0 wind. That is the ball right there. Now I'm not necessarily sure I'm gonna use this every time, but I want to see, like I did it the other day, and I want to see if it's repeatable or if it really blows. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I have no idea what to do on the second shot. That's the thing about hitting to these areas. So, like, you know, if somebody tells you, oh yeah, so go back on the elevation thing, or like the adjustment thing. Somebody tells you, oh yeah, I'm doing a plus 10 on that. What club are you hitting? Where are you hitting at? Are you just laying it up in the front? Or are you trying to get? Are you in maximum sniper or minimum sniper? Or because I'm 100% sure whatever adjustment I have to do at the very bottom down there, if I could actually get down there, is definitely not the same adjustment you do if you hit where my opponent's trying to hit right there. Now they are trying to get a little greedy now. I'm going to get nothing but fucking greedy. And they were fine until they got just a little greedy. That might be long iron from there. Yeah, that's wood. Yeah, that might be long iron. Okay, and the wind's going to push me straight forward. I'm going to just stay right on that track right there. the way the wind's pushing me. Isn't it perfect? I will tell you that I hit the one yesterday perfect, and it came out perfect, but like that could go seriously wrong on a not perfect. Seriously wrong. And that right there is almost on. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to make this, but I still have some serious ass work to do, but I did put myself in a good spot. My opponent can't make it from there, so they are in a razor. Hits about the same as a Nirvana, so that's long iron range right there. I think if you lay it up, I should have paid more attention when they were doing their stuff. They're probably towards max, because I don't think very much further behind from where they're at is wood range. Okay, where am I at? Okay, there's max, there's mid. I'm mid club. .4 divided by 2.4, 2.25 rings. There's 2 1/4. Where's that put me? Yep. Getting it perfect. Get in the hole. Get in. In the hole. Woo! In the hole. Look at that. Albatross. In a situation like that, like right there, I feel like really good about bringing out that special ball. I save those special balls for tournaments, for stuff just like that, and then you pull it out and it works out. That's awesome. That's awesome. All right. We did pick one up. It's possible. Hole number 7. All right. I have decided that I'm going to play hole number 7 differently, and I got caught off guard playing my odd account. I don't know. The deal is for me, this is a sniper grizzly hole. I sniper, lay it up right here. I pull back until I'm in my sniper and I get my ball guide. So what I'm actually trying to do is draw a line right through here. I'm trying to actually be right in this lane. And if I'm right behind that tree, that's about as far out as I can go forward. So I'm either in this position or here. So like this is my landing spot. And I'm looking for a straight up run through this gully so that I can get bounce number 1 at the bottom where it's flat, and bounce number 2 at the top on the fringe, and then try and side spin it to the cup. It takes an irregular bounce right here, and it's always just weird. And I've made this shot, but with a sniper, I'm in this spot every single time. And so I get this shot every single time, and I make it. I'm lucky if I make it 5% of the time. So I'm done with that. I'm gonna hit as far up into this zone along this range as I can get. Now, if I can only get to right here, then fine. But if you move forward here, you actually take this shot out of play, and now you have to go straight at the hole. And the only way to go straight at the hole from this distance is and you really want to go for it, is you need a backspin club. So I'm going to bring a thorn and go from here with a thorn. Now, if I get farther forward and I get up into my wedge range, my rapier is more than enough. It's got 100 backspin. It'll rock it out. But I probably will be in thorn range. So we want to make sure, and if I'm not in thorn, I'm going to make sure I bring a bag that's got everything in it is going to be backspin. So which bag am I not using? Am I using that bag? Am I using that bag? Shit, my bags are all jacked up. I don't think I'm using the big topper bag, so let's use it. Let's think about it one more time. Okay. I could probably get down there. I was using my Thor's hammer to get down in there. That should work. And I got a Guardian, and we're going to take a Grim Reaper just in case. And I'm not going to be in Guardian. If I'm in Guardian range, something went seriously wrong. Like, seriously wrong. And you can take this with shit. I'm going to take a bigger ball just so that I can get farther forward in the shot. And a 3-side spin ball helps. I'm going to take a Kingmaker. Kingmaker. Heartbreaker. Let's practice this whole one. Let me clear a slot. Let's practice. I'm going to practice this whole one time. I just want to go out there, and I'm not concerned about trying to get up on the green or that shot. What I'm worried about right now, or concerned about right now, is tucking myself around the corner. Practice. 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 You need to make it in fucking big, bold, shining, blaring letters. Underneath of where it says Sakura Hills right here, it needs to say practice in big. Practice. You can make it bigger, Playdemic. We're okay with that. I know how it is when you're laying stuff out on a page like this and you're the designer and you want to get everything so that it has a spot. You could stretch that practice out. You don't even have to make it any taller. You can just stretch the letters out so that it's there and put it right underneath Sakura Hills and put it in red. Practice. Hey, dumbasses, you're practicing. That way when we're not practicing, we will know. Okay, there's 2 topspin. Where does that put me? Let me think about 4 topspin. Now, gotta think of that Thor's hammer, like with curl. Can it make that bend? Can it make the bend to get this direction? And I don't think that it can with 40. Thinking 3 topspin, 3 side spin, 2 rings off, the +9 mark. +9, 2 rings off, 3-3. Okay. I could get to this area right here, like with no effort whatsoever. Like if you just went straight forward and you went a little bit to the right, like just into that area. But if you really wanted to try and dig up into that corner without having to do anything strange, maybe better with an APOC just because it has more curl. The thing is it would be better with a rock. So I'm pulling back to the +9, 2 rings off, 3 and 3, 3.7, 1.1 times 3.7 divided by 1.7, 2.39 rings. Hey, there's 2, 4, max curl. Hit it perfect. I think I would have needed to hit that on the inside. I think it's going to run out on the down here on the end. It's going to run out of room. No, that's perfect. That's about as far as I could get over there with that club because I don't have any more curl on it. I'd have to bring out a rock. It gives me good ball guide like that. It hits the same distance. I think it might be just a little shorter, but or you could bring out a bigger side spin ball so that you bring out a 5 side spin ball, like a 3-power 5 side spin ball. All right. Now, we want to talk about elevation. We should definitely be taking wind off on this, but I'm not so sure that we are. But I'm going to. I'm going to take off 10%. I'm going to shoot it just straight up, wherever the fuck I'm at in my club. The wind divided by that. There's max. There's min, there's mid. So I'm in shit, 20%. Mid is 3.7. Or minimum's 3.7. Mid's 2.5. 12.6. 3.1. I could do 3.1. So it's just one ring. What easy math. Look at that. Hitting it perfect. Oh, not enough suck back. I did it the other day and it went and it sucked it past it. And I was thinking I needed to set up a little bit farther back and it'd bring it back, but that was too far back. That was right on track, but too far back. Okay. And I did, and that was it, just straight up. I did, I felt like I was in, like here's mid, here's max, here's minimum. I felt like I was in like 3/4 club. So mid was 2.5 and minimum is 3.7. So the difference there is 1.2. So I split that, I divided that by 2, that's 6.6. So I added 0.6 onto this and went 3.1, and the wind was 3.1. So I just moved one ring. That's how I arrived at that number. So on my notes, it would be, if that was the spot, the drive spot that I want to get to every time, I would write down this 3.1 as my number that I would be using as my adjustment. And then if I needed to, then I would add on what you could call elevation or just adjustments, adding on +1 or +5% or -5 or whatever. All right. I am going to go at that hole like that, and that's different for me. So like if it seems like I'm trying to figure it out, because I've played that hole a long time ago and just trying to figure out ways to play the hole. But I liked the other way better because you could get into the spot. Everything on it was easy. The problem is that everything on it's easy, but it hardly ever goes in. I guess you get what you pay for. All right, so we get to play this again. So let's think long and hard here, real. Let me switch that bag back up. Where is that? Let me switch this bag back up. Maybe I will be using a rock. What does my rock hit as far as distance? It's 232, so it's the same as the Cataclysm or the Thor's Hammer, but it's got more juice. Guardian. Well, I did set that one bag up. Guardian, Grim Reaper, Thorn. So let's just change in this bag. No, I don't want to do that. I want to make sure I have a Thor's Hammer bag. Grim Reaper. We know we're not going to be in Grim Reaper. Thorn. And a Kingfisher's got a lot of backspin, but it doesn't have max. It doesn't have max. And I'm going to play this with a. Let's look at my power balls. Boy, that right there would be a pretty good ball. They had some 2-power precision balls that came out here not too long ago, and I was going to buy some, and I spaced it off and forgot. They would have been really good. This ball right up here with the 5 side spin, the 3-power 5 side spin, 3 wind, 4 precision, that'd be a great ball. That'd be a good ball to play on the weekend round. I don't know that I have any regular 3-power balls, or just like 3 4-4s, or something like that. Got 3 3-3s. That's it. I did buy some of those precision balls. I did. That would be a good. That ball would actually be a really good one for this because it's got 4 side spins. So taking a 2-power ball and making sure that your distance and all that stuff is right, and you're getting more side spin. I'm gonna take this katana. I'm gonna play it with a katana, and then in the weekend round I can pull that out. That'll be a great opportunity for it. That could get me through 5 weekend rounds, or 5 holes in a weekend round. All right. We are ready. Ready. And we're just going to set it up and do it. 1.1 times whatever the wind is, divided by 1. And we will definitely have access. We can definitely try and get up into the zone. And I'm going to pull back and try and get... I was putting, 3 topspin on with my Thor's hammer, and that would put me right there at the tip. With my rock, I think there's only 5. I think I could put on max topspin. Got an opponent. Ronnie, thanks for joining the channel. All the way from Sweden. $4.5. 5 rings. Okay, so I was at the +9. It's 2 rings off. I think I can do all of it. I'm going to take 1 off. I'm going to do 4.5. And I can't do max curl here. That second bounce will clip that rough. 4, 5. It's 5 rings. Okay, there's max curl. I'm going to come off a max. Hitting it perfect. I had the outside of the ball on the pink line. And rough bump it out. That did catch me just a little teeny bit more distance. I'm probably still on my thorn. Hopefully I'm still on my thorn. I'm going to do, once again, I'm just going to do a straight up shot wherever I'm at in my club. If I can find a pen. 3-1. I can write that down on another piece of paper, though. I'm doing some math in my head here while we're doing this. 3. It's a 1. It's 2, 2. 1, 9, 2, 2. 2, 5. 3, 1, 3, 7. I was writing down some in-between numbers, so when I get here, I can make sure I don't have to do as much math in my head. Let's see what club we're in. Thorn. There's min. I'm in like quarter club again. There's min. There's max out there. There's mid. I'm in like quarter club. So that's a 3.1 per ring. So 3.5 divided by 3.1 is 1.12 rings. .12 rings. There's 1.12 exactly. Hitting it perfect. You rat bastard. You were not lying. If you start going back much further, you get involved with the hill and a little bit of slope that's there. So you're trying to, you don't want to go back. And in a wind like today, if you overpull it, you can see where it's starting to, like about halfway through that fringe, it's starting to roll over. See if they can get it in. That second bounce would have been close. Would have been. All right. I'm gonna work. I am gonna make that at least once this week. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get that shit figured out, because getting down there into that spot on the drive, if we can just make that a stock shot, you just put it in that spot, put that spin on it, take the wind out. You got a little teeny bit of room between you and the red line, so you can take out a little bit of headwind. Weekend round, bring out a precision ball. You meet in Monday. That's definitely a hole right there that's a hole that you're not necessarily counting on, but you could definitely get it. And it's definitely one of those ones that you want to pick up. Like in the weekend round, if you're trying to do that odd number, like you're looking at like 30 is what it takes to win, or 28 is what it takes to win. And if you could just get that 29, you just pick up that one in a hole like that. If you could get it once in a round, it's huge. All right, this is another hole. I am not dicking around on this hole right here. I'm taking that Guardian, and I'm definitely not sure about the wind adjustment. I'm taking just a straight ass Marlin. I don't think I need any spin. I'm not sure what kind of elevation. What is 20% is what Tommy says. That's what Tommy says. Yeah, that was me. That was me jumping off the deal. And I think 20% is probably in the range. I think it seems like just depending on where you're hitting at up there, it could be like 15 or maybe even higher. Higher than 20. This is definitely one of those holes that I think that depending on where you're hitting, you're probably going to be doing something different. Because like if you're hitting back over in this area and then trying to bounce it through, you're definitely lower. So you're lower to get to this spot, and then you got to come back up the hill, as opposed to hitting up here where you didn't have to go down as far, and then you're on the flat. So if you're hitting on the other side, you're downhill from the cup. I think every spot out there is going to have a little bit different adjustment. Depends on how you want to go at it. And there are multiple ways to go at this hole. You can go at it from the left and try and bring it back to the right, but I'm not interested. I'm interested in getting I want my thing to say birdie. Let's move along, little doggy. If I get lucky and make a hole in one, I will take it. But I am not counting on it. That's for damn sure. Okay, there's Rock. There's Max. There's Min. I'm at mid club. I'm at minimum club. Divided by 1.5. Max backspin. And if you want to get to the cup, you got to dick around with what my opponent did, where they overpulled it just slightly. 2.1 rings. 2.1. We'll just try and see if we can get my second bounce in. Perfect. Close. That's it. I gave myself a look at it. That's it. That's as good as it's going to get on this hole. Like, I'm going to give myself a look at it and get my putt, and let's move the hell along. Because there's going to be I wouldn't be surprised if there isn't 10% of the bracket or more that fail on this hole. And it could be higher. There's several fail holes. Like, there's a lot of great opportunities to pick up shots on this course, and then there's this. And there's hole number 2. There's hole number 9. There we go. I am going to try. Because we don't get to play that hole very often in tournaments, I am going to try and go for a max. And I don't think that I can do it, because I think I got my max distance in my odd account in Expert with Expert wins. But we didn't have 4 top spin boost balls back then, so I think I can beat it. It's a record week. Hole number 9. And this is the hole right here. Oh, no, this is not the hole. Okay, this is why I was Sakura Hills. This hole. This is the hole right here. So if you do want to try and get your longest drive, this is it, because this now maybe in Masters or Expert, when they've got like a 17 or a 21 mile an hour wind and you're using a 5 power 4 topspin boost 0 wind ball and an APOC 8, you might be able to overdrive this, but it would be close. I mean, like if you hit it perfect every time. So like if you want to get a long drive, there's probably somewhere out there a fairway that's as long as this in Golf Clash, but there's not many. This fairway is long, long. And so if you're laying it up into this area right here, which like I would highly recommend that you bring out your second club if your landing zone is somewhere out in this area, that your second club is a Big Dog, a Cataclysm, a Horizon. You could use a Guardian depending on where you get out here. If you're getting farther up, you could use a Guardian just so you can pull your red line up. It doesn't have a lot of top spin, but at least your raw distance is good. But a Cataclysm and a Big Dog work best, and a Horizon. Something that's got lots of power and lots of topspin so that you can get up on the green. And the green does have a backboard. And I've hit it the last 2 times I was here as I overhit it. I'm trying to just dribble onto the green, roll the backboard, and then roll back down to the cup. And I've came through and overshot it and ended up in the fringe and not back on the cup. So let's see if we can get there. So the other way to go at it, if you really want, so you have if you're just hitting it out to, it doesn't, this sand trap right here has got trees around it, doesn't show it, and it casts a shadow out here. If you can get to that shadow, that area, so if you're in this block, you're going at it this way. So like I said, bring a big club. If you want, and you don't have an Albie shot, if you ever make an Albie going that way, count yourself as like 1,000 people threw a dart over their shoulder and somebody finally popped the balloon. It is super. You got way lucky. But if you want to go for an Albie here, the only way that I can see that you can do it, like where you actually have a serious shot, is you need to there's a rough bump that you can do here, or you can go at the hole depending on what club you bring. But you need to get the distance. And I think based off of where, like if you're in this area and you got a Big Dog with a power 3 ball, your red line's in here. You'd have to be at least in the middle. But if you got out into that area of the power 5 ball, I think if you got somewhere from this line forward, you actually have a shot at Albie. So if you want a shot at Albie, you need to drive to that point. And I haven't done that shot in a long time, but I'm going to try it right here. Let's try it. Why not? We're just qualifying. Shit. What's the worst thing that can happen? I'll get a 12. Well, I suppose I could get an 11. I suppose I could. I doubt it. I have no idea how that would happen. Let's bring out, which way is the wind blowing? I think the wind is not super, super helpful, but not super, super not helpful. It's just like neutral today. It is a little helpful. A little. And let's bring out, I'm not sure what it'll take to get down into that area down there. Like, we'll take something big, I think. I'm going to try it one time just so that we can see what it looks like. And then if it looks good in the weekend round, if the wind's blowing right, I might try that shot to go down there. Now, I think, once again, pound for pound, the extra mile is still the Big Dog on the block with the 237 and the 85 versus 7 yards farther but 15 yards less in topspin. What do you think? Extra raw power is big, but extra topspins, because you're stretching your bounces out, they hit about the same. I'm going to play, man, it's really a toss-up here. Which one's better? I think the Big Topper might be better. Let's see if we can get the longest. Let's see what my longest drive is right now. I think my longest drive is slightly less than 5 minutes. Oh, longest drive is 5:10, so I did beat my longest drive the other day. 5:10:32. All right, let's see if we can beat that again. All right, here we go. Here we go. Harry Balls goes first. Well, Harry Balls doesn't necessarily go first. Harry Balls does go first. Let's see if I can, let's see here. Level 8 plus 20. Hey. Oh. I was looking at the wrong deal. I was plugging it into the app so I could do my big topper with the app. That should be nice. That should be nice. Unless they run out right at the very end. Very nice. Nice shot. That dog will hunt. Topspin is the key. I want to go down through that lane. So I'm going to aim right at that rough area right there. 5.6, 5.6, 4.8 rings. There's 4.8. Let's move that forward power back on and put it all on. Hitting it perfect. What was the farthest drive? 510. Let's see if I can make. Oh no, I'm in the rough. Over curled it. Should have gone out farther. And I had fairway way in front of me there. Damn it. That's all right. I'll hit it over that area. If I can get on and recover, I will, but I don't think I can. But if I can, I will. But if I can't, I'm just going to put it where I was going. That way we can see what the shot looks like. That way at least we can count it as at least we learned something. It'll be difficult because my opponents like wood or long iron goes to right in there with topspin. I might be able to get up into this neck right here, but I don't think I can get that far. I think I'm going to have to shoot it in front. Maybe. You're all open. Hey, let's hope that he can't make it, so he has to shoot it in front. I know. It's all right. I'm kind of hoping myself. Yep. Yeah. I got a lot of topspin at my disposal, so I could recover. I might. If I let the wind push me just a little bit farther forward and then put a little bit of curl on it to bring it back into the fairway. 5.5. There's 5.5. A little bit of curl. One ring grate on the inside. Now it's just about whether or not I put enough curl on it that it'll get out. No! Damn, that was close. That was close to making it. I thought that one ring grate to the right was going to help me. Still got a great shot from here, just need to hit it perfect. And I can recover. And we can have a round that had no drop shots. And we picked one up. And we had lots of opportunities to pick up shots. There's lots of opportunities out here to pick up shots. All right. If I was going to hit a great one way or the other, that was the side. But that was a 2 ring, not a 1. I had some time. I could have let it go by a little bit more, but I was feeling lucky. But evidently I was feeling wrong. I was feeling wrong. All right, I dropped one. That's all right. That's all right. What are we out of the top? 14's at the top. I'm telling you, 15's like, I look at the 13, you look at the 12 round, and really there are so many opportunities to pick up shots out there that if you were on a day, like really, like getting a 14 on a side is definitely doable. All right, there you have it. I've got all 3 of my. I do have some other accounts, but I'm only gonna. It's hard enough doing 3, and even though I've got 2 in rookie and 1 in pro, the 2 in rookie are so far apart, and I like to go back and watch the 77 account and take my notes, and I'm really focused on the spin, because in my lower level account I don't have ball guide, so I can get to the same spot, but I don't know how much spin to put on it. So I can use this account to tell me how much spin, because I can get, like I said, I can get to the same spot in my lower level account. I just can't see where I'm going. Thanks for watching. If you're not a subscriber, hit subscribe, hit the like button, ring the bell, leave a comment. I read them, I promise. And I will see you on the next one.